Come in. Assalamualaikum. Waalaikumsalam. Is that your file?
Yes.
Okay. Have a seat.
Thank you.
Okay, so my name is Syeda Binti Kosman and I'll be your recruiting officer for today. Okay. So can you describe yourself and your background?
First of all, I want to say thank you to Ms. Shahida for giving me an opportunity to be in this interview's job. It's actually an honor for me to be here. And as for the introduction, my name is Wan Adila Rasha Binti University and I am 23 years old and I'm from Kuantan, Pahang. I am actually a fresh graduate from International Islamic University Malaysia, taking a course in a bachelor degree in English language and literature. So being here is actually giving me a chance to take part in publishing and editorial field. So that's all from me.
So, what attracted you to be in the publishing and editorial field?
Alright, that is very interesting. The reason why I attracted to be in the publishing and editorial field is because it allows me to work directly with language, ideas, and storytellings, which actually complies and align with my areas that form the core of my studies in English language and literature. So basically, throughout my degree, I have developed a strong appreciation of how texts are shaped, refined, and communicated to readers. And it's actually because of how I enjoy reading, editing academic essays, and analyzing how meaning, tone, and structure affect a reader's understanding. The editorial field actually appeals to me because it combines critical thinking as well as practical skills. So I find a very satisfaction in improving clarity, coherence, and accuracy while still respecting the writer's voice. So this is because of during my studies, I often revise draft, proofread assignments, and engage with feedback, which actually helped me understanding how important precision and consistency in writing. So that is the reason why I chose to be in the publishing and editorial field.
So, one of our jobs is to keep up with the recent trends in the fiction world. So, can you give me an example of a recent trend and why is it popular now?
Okay, so for the question of current trend in fiction world, well, that is very interesting question. For me these days, teens especially would love to read genre of romantasy, given the trend of fictions nowadays. Because it is actually a mix of romance and fantasy fiction. People nowadays love to read romantasy as their choice of genre. So with this, actually, by publishing and editing books that contain romance and fantasy, it helps with increasing profits for the company as well as sales that give a good image for the company.
Okay.
This trend is popular now because readers are looking for stories that are both emotionally as well as reflective of real world concern. So, social media platforms like BookTok, which means Book TikTok, have also amplified this trend by promoting emotionally resonant stories that cross over the genre of romantasy. So, from a publishing perspective, this trend creates an opportunity to support voices that offer fresh perspective, including original and underrepresented authors, especially local authors like Malaysian authors, while still appealing to a broad readership. So, by having a romantasy as a genre for this company to help boost the profits, it is actually very beneficial for this company to increase their own sales. So that will be it.
Okay. If you're required to research a potential niche Malaysian author's potential, how would you structure that research?
Okay, for that question, okay, this is quite hard. If I were to research, to do research regarding a niche Malaysian author's potential, well, basically, I would structure my research in several stages. First, I would study the author's existing work to understand their themes, genre, language use, and narrative voice, as well as how their writing reflects Malaysian cultural or social context. This has actually helped me identify what makes the author distinctive. Next, I will analyze the target audience and market positioning. This includes identifying comparable Malaysian or regional orders, assessing current trends in the local and also international publishing market, and determining whether there is a readership for the author's niche. I would also look at the language choice, such as English, Malay, or bilingual, which is the mix of Malay English writing, and how that affects reach and marketability. So that's basically how I would structure the research of Malaysian potential niche. That would be it for me.
Describe a time where you have to juggle multiple deadlines at one time.
For the multiple deadlines at one time, I do face this a lot, especially during my studies, because of the struggle of every last minute plan as well as assignments. So it is pretty struggle. So basically, during my Bachelor of English Language and Literature, I often had to juggle multiple deadlines, particularly during mid-semester assessment periods. One example is that when I had to submit a literary analysis essay, prepare a group presentation, and complete a linguistic assignment within the same week, it is actually pretty struggle. To manage it, I first broke each task into a smaller steps and prioritized them based on deadlines and workload. I created a clear schedule, allocating specific time slots for research, drafting, revising, editing, and proofreading. I also started tasks early so I had buffer time in case revision took longer than expected. As a result, I met all deadlines without compromising quality. As long as I can handle the task and I could submit it on time, the literary analysis received positive feedback for its clarity and depth, and the experience strengthened my own work. And this actually helps me a lot in improving my time management. So, by having all deadlines within the same week, it actually helps me a lot with improving my own time and my own schedule. So, that would be how I would manage or how I would schedule out all my tasks within the same day. That will be it for me. Yeah.
I see. I think that's all for today. Unless you have any questions. Do you have any questions?
No.
So, you may leave. When you leave, please leave the door open. Thank you.